I have instructions.
That's right.
Right? From the boss lady
You don't want to see me.
to everybody. Wish Johnny Weiss a happy birthday.
Hey.
Hey.
Happy birthday to
you.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday,
dear Johnny.
happy birthday to you.
Okay, so I'm about to turn this over to these two gentlemen because so for those of y'all who weren't here before, this is Mr. Derek McKnight and this is Mr. Robert Hayes, right? They are Minds of Men of Philadelphia, right? They have their own nonprofit, right? One of the things that they would like to do, and some of y'all who have affiliations with other programs, if you like what they do, let the other programs know about them. You can give them my contact information and I can put them in touch with them. All right. Hopefully within the next 6 months to a year, we'll be able to do a recovery ball down here. All right. Where they will help provide the suits, the ties, the gowns, everything, and have just gotta find a place to do it and have a big bash. Right. Usually in Philly, it's about 500 people at the recovery ball.
Yes, sir.
They have a talent show and dance contest,
a war ceremony,
fashion show, war ceremony, right? And it's really, really nice. I've been to about 4. All right, when I used to run Joshua. So with that, I'm going to turn them over to them. All right, everybody, please sign the sign-in sheet if you have not signed it. Right, and I'm going to load your Thanksgiving food up for the church.
All right.
Good, that's good.
How y'all doing, everybody? Can we start off with the serenity prayer?
Yes.
All right. Who woke us up?
God,
Grant
grant serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. God's will,
Not ours, be done. Amen.
Okay, guys, I just want to let you know, once again, my name is Robert Hayes, it's Derek McKnight. We come from Philadelphia, you know, we come from the recovery community, but there's a lot of things in our community that we need help with. We need help with jobs, finance, and education, civility. You understand what I'm saying? You know, our life, or I'll say the world would be a lot better if people were just nicer. It don't cost nothing to be nice, do it?
Nah.
Do it. So I want you to understand something. There's a psychology in that. How you treat people is how they respond. You understand what I'm saying? And I noticed that a little bit. It's a little whippy hippie and all that kind of stuff. I come to Philadelphia. We got what? 500 some murders. People getting murdered because of parking spots. In Philadelphia, people that say clean that up. People get shot and all that kind of stuff. And you be like, well, what's going on? What was the time when it was a village? When everybody could take good information and treat people in a loving and caring way. So that's a challenge. Because a lot of us have been through trauma. A lot of us have bad experiences with our families. A lot of us have bad experience in relationships. And basically, it's just shifts. It's just basically learning how to communicate with people. Try to treat people the way you want to be talked to. Is that too hard? I think we could do it. I really think we can do it because it's necessary. Because if we don't do it, our community is going to fold. You know, we're going to fold from within. There's an old African proverb. They say if there's no enemy within, no enemy outside can do you any harm. You understand what I'm saying? So we really have to do it. Because like I grew up in a time where I barely met my grandfather. So now this generation, you know, after me, they don't even know no grandfather. You know, Big Mama 32 years old. You know what I mean? 32 years old. She don't even know how to make macaroni and cheese. Big macaroni and cheese. But I just want you to understand that the family is very important. You know, and even though you guys might not be blood here, if you reside here, guess what happens? Y'all family. Y'all family. So today I think we're going to be talking about relationships, certain contents in it. And guess what? A lot of times in life, people get bitter. And you'll hear them, you know what I mean? When you mean bitter, sometimes your family is going, relationships is going, you by yourself and all that, right? Then we strike out at people. But that's not how God works. God works through people. right? So I want to just talk to you a few things about like how certain things that can mess up relationships. Fear, right? Now a lot of times if I've been in a relationship and somebody had hurt me, like a lot of times what do? Don't we put up shields or something?
Yep.
We don't want nobody to hurt us again, right?
Right.
So we put our little shields up. Keep people away. So when we talk about fear, they're called fear, false expectations appearing real. What I'm saying is I'm living life in reverse. Oh, he ain't gonna do nothing but leave me, so I might as well kick him to the curb now because it hurt less. These are some of the things that we do. It's called self-defeating, what they call them, self-fulfilling prophecies.
Right.
Now that can go on a positive or a negative, right? In other words, you could speak certain things into existence on the positive side, and you can also speak things to existence on the negative side. So we have to be careful what come out of our tongue. But we're going to see a few things we're going to go over tonight.
Okay. I thank God for last night's rest, this morning rise. Thank God for his grace and his mercy. Grace is always giving me what I don't deserve. And mercy is not giving me what I do deserve. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. How everybody doing? All right. It's good to be back here at some, so others may eat. Right. I'm Derek McKnight. That's Robert Hayes. Together we call the Minds of Men. Non-profit spiritual organization. We do not deal with religion. I'm from Baltimore, but I've been in Philadelphia for 21 years. Met with Rob in the year 2009. We've been together every day since, all right? So we're going to have fun tonight, all right? Crowd participations. When you volunteer, right, time moves fast, and before you look up, you know what I'm saying, it's time to go, all right? So the more people talk, the more people respect people when they're talking, we're going to have a nice group. Y'all ready? Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Healthy love versus what? Unhealthy love.
Right.
Healthy love versus what? Unhealthy love. Who can relate to both of those? Very good. All right. Okay. Let's go on positive, negative. Positive, negative. Okay. Number one, a healthy love allows for what? Individuality.
Right.
All right. We as men. How many men in here will let your woman be who God called her to be? Okay, I will. All right. Yeah. Okay.
I think they might be talking about the kitchen and the bedroom. That's as far as you're going, you know.
How many women will let your man be who God called him to be? Yes. Very good. Yes. Allows for what? Individuality. Is that important for a healthy relationship? Yes. Very
and
good.
Guess what we found out?
Come on.
Sometimes we listen, right, in relationships, and sometimes they say, oh, you're a real strong woman. Is anything wrong being a strong woman?
No.
Well, how about to the point where he breaks the man?
There's something wrong with that.
So in other words, when I mean, y'all ever see a dog and you talk to him, you say something, he go pee on himself? Well, he used to be a dog. He used to bark. He used to be able to protect. But something had broke his spirit. Now, you want to break the habit if somebody's doing something bad, but you don't want to break their spirit.
Everybody catch that?
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You break a man's spirit, he ain't going to be no good to you or anybody else. So you have to make sure, like, when people come back into our life, into our home, we speaking life into them, not speaking death.
Right. Okay. All right. Allows for what? Individuality. The negative side is what? Extremely jealous, possessive, and controlling.
Right.
Extremely jealous.
You jumped up there at the back.
Come on.
You
100% on that, because when it comes to females, even though I ain't got no kids, I'm very overprotective.
Okay.
There you done look at them, there you whistle. I wish you would.
She's honest.
Wait a minute. Yo, so you with somebody, you don't want nobody to find them attractive?
That's mine. That's on me.
Y'all hear that?
I'm selfish.
Okay.
I'm selfish. Don't, not the shed, don't none of that.
Don't stop, son, not look.
Are you in recovery? How much time you clean?
30 days.
Give it to her. God bless. Come on.
Hey, what's your name again?
Russell.
Russell?
Russell. You're Russell.
Russell. Look, go on this way. If I love them, I don't hold them this much and this much. Guess what I'm doing?
Smothering them.
I'm smothering them. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of times people don't like to be smothered. You know, I know what I like, but I know sometimes I want every little step she take. I'm like Bobby Brown. Where you going? Who you talking to? Watch out. Taste this. Shut the F up. You don't like that control, so we just gotta be careful about that, how we do that, because we can squeeze somebody right out of our life.
Right. All right. But look, I love her honesty.
Yeah.
Everybody hear that? I love her honesty. Okay. All right.
She'll love you to death.
But let me ask you this: Has that pushed people away when you like that? Can we push people away?
Yeah. Being clingy can do that.
Right, being clingy. Right. You know how many guys here know a woman wants you to spend all day with them?
All day.
All day, and you can't even go to work.
Why ain't you got no money?
Because I'm here with you. It's all about what? Balance. Yo, we got to learn to what? Miss each other. And then come back to one another.
And have something to talk about.
Right, exactly. That's healthy, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but like this all day long, come on, that's bad.
And you know what? I would say that sometimes the abused or the traumatized, sometimes they think that attention is love. And it's not love, that's control. Control is based out of fear. First, you might leave me, or somebody else might want you and leave me.
When they get controlling like that, for me, it's because they have so much insecurities within themselves.
Yes.
Some people don't feel like they're worthy enough
Right.
to be loved.
Yes.
And if you feel like that you're not worthy enough to be loved, you're going to accept whatever. Anything someone throws at you, that's for male or female.
That's right.
But to cling on to someone for dear life, you're missing a whole part of the relationship.
Everybody
Say
hear
that
that?
again. You should have said that again.
You're closed-minded, and closed-minded relationships don't work. Clinginess does not work.
That's right.
And insecurity definitely doesn't work. I know in my life.
Yes.
So I don't want a man around me 24/7. No, go find something to do and we'll meet up later on. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm under you, you want me under you all the time, I can't breathe.
That's right.
I have to breathe in order for my brain to continue to function and then they do stuff. So if I'm around you all the time, how can I better myself? We ain't going nowhere anymore. If we with each other every day, all day, the relationship does not grow. It's stuck right there where it's at. And a lot of people who in relationships like that, they don't understand that or blind, they don't want to see that. They know what they're doing. They just don't want to admit that they're doing it. And refuse to let go. Or if I let go, she gonna leave me. Nah, let her breathe.
Yes.
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
That's right. You in recovery too?
Yes, sir.
How much time you have clean?
5 years.
Give it to her. All right. Go fools this. Go
I'm not in
fools.
recovery, but you ain't gonna leave me.
They say it like your life depends on it.
All right. Number 2, y'all. Hey, healthy love brings out partners' best qualities. Brings out the best in us. Everybody hear that? Who here got somebody who bring the best out of you? They challenge you. Is that important? Yes. Can't wait to come home to see them. And then guess what? And see, silence is abuse. Everybody hear that? Silence is abuse. Meaning that you don't hear that you're beautiful. You don't hear how was your day. The small things. And to be neglected, those words becomes what? Abuse. Very good. But to hear somebody who brings the best out of you, what do you learn today that you can do better tomorrow? That's encouragement. And we need that. To bring the best out of what? Your significant other.
Right.
And to go back what she was talking about. If I bring the best out of her, somebody, listen, she might think she better than me. Now she's superior. And it goes back to insecurities.
Yeah, just like with him, instead of him telling his lady she look good, smell good, she fine, she ain't got to worry about another. You ain't got to worry about another man sharing that information with her or looking at her. When you got somebody looking good beside you, you bad. My man look good. I mean, the women be looking at him. Thank God I got somebody fine. You know what I'm saying? They looking at him like that. You know, and with you over there, bro, you should be thankful that God sent somebody in your path. You can't smother her. You can't be insecure. Just like Angie was just saying, you got some defects. You got to work on you, then you go work with somebody. Looking at your lady, that should be a blessing.
That's somebody look at my man, I got to look good.
How much time you got clean?
5 years.
Give it to her. 5 years. Go food, sis. Come on, right?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna give you my crazy and neurotic. Somebody said when somebody say they fine, right? That means effed up, insecure, and neurotic, right? So I was effed up, insecure, and neurotic. I just got out of a relationship. Something I said, man, I can't find a good black woman. I'm gonna have to fix one or something. So I go down to Kensington. Y'all don't know what Kensington is, but Kensington's a place where ill repute. Put it that way. So I get with the girl, whatever. I think she was 9 or something. I say, stand up. I didn't know about dope at that time. I said, stand up. So we going somewhere because I want to fix. See, that's my thing. I like to fix people. Okay. So we going to the joint, walking, and it was a dude. He was in a wheelchair, and Broad Gerard, they rob people. Even though in a wheelchair, they get a little beat on you with the joint, they don't move. So I said, the guy know who I am. He ain't gonna try to stick me up, whatever. And he said something crazy. I say something because I was with the girl, and he said something to the girl, and that's my thing. I'm gonna fight. If you say something with a girl, we're gonna fight. So I'm thinking he's gonna shoot me. So I'm going like this, in the corner, trying to get away from that. Around the corner, I go get a car fender. I seen a car fender. Get the car fender. I was about to hit the dude in the wheelchair with a car fender. How does that sound? So I'm about to hit him. The guy came up with some boxing gloves. Say, yo man, you ain't gonna hit him with no boxing with that car fender. I said, well, I'll hit you. So I swing at him, and he a boxer, right? He hit me with an 8-piece combination from my knees up. You ever been hit from your knees up? Boop, 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 boop. I was like, oh, you know what I mean? So I'm getting this. I said, wait a minute. So I grabbed his testicles. You see how bad this is going? So I'm just trying to tell you, like, sometimes bad thinking can keep compounding, and get you in bad situations. I'm for real. This is real deal stuff. You know what I mean? So yes, we can't just fight people just because they say something and all that. It's not what they say. It's what we what.
How you respond.
What we respond to.
Yeah. Yes. Healthy relationship brings out the partner's best qualities. Yeah. Negative slowly destroys the gift that God put in us. Yeah. Go back to what? Insecurities. And fear of being alone. A fear of she leaving me. A fear of him leaving you. So to keep them there, we will do everything to what? To destroy the goodness that's in them. Not knowing you hurt the relationship. Not knowing you hurt the relationship and the individual.
What they thinking is, if they can keep you, that one dude told us in a rehab facility, he said his job was to get them on their back before God get them on their feet.
Anybody hear that?
Get them on their back before God get them on their feet. Sometimes you be in a relationship with people, they're in a competition. They think that, if you doing this or that, I'm going to do that. That's the wrong mindset. Because if you're in a relationship and you do well, I'm doing well. Yeah. We support reciprocity back and forth. But it's that fear mentality that messes the whole relationship up. Somebody might really want to get to know you, but because of our character defects and shortcomings, we push them out our life.
I'm 50 years old. I've been hurt a lot of times. Anybody hear that? And it got to the point because I used to worship women. I used to worship the vagina. Okay.
We wouldn't be here without it.
And I'm horny by nature, right? And I had to realize that, listen, because I didn't love them, I just wanted what they had.
Objectified.
And see, as I started to grow maturely, God was showing me that, listen, every woman that I sent you, you perverted her. So how dare you try to get upset at her when it's actually you? You're the problem. You got to get your mind together. You got to start maturing. You got to start reading. You got to start studying. You got to change the way you think. You got to start respecting and looking at women as queens and not whores.
Say it again.
As queens and not women of the night. You follow what I'm saying? So it took me a lot of years, a lot of training, a lot of hurt, a lot of abuse for me to get to the point right now if she decides to leave, it's going to be okay. I will love her as a distance. I mean, my ex-wife, we pretty good friends. But she was real controlling.
Her name was Lefty.
Slowly destroys the gift that's what in you. And if you got somebody like that, see, I stayed in a bad relationship because out of what? Obligations. Everybody know what I'm talking about? Listen, I'm gonna stay faithful. I'm gonna stay committed, but I'm not happy. I'm miserable and bitter. with a woman who don't know who the hell she is, and I'm trying to love her incorrectly. Yo, hurt people, is that true?
That's true.
Yep.
Yes, we will kill the gift that's in us out of what? Insecurities and fear. All right. Number 3, healthy love. Accept endings. Oh, this is big. People who are in a healthy relationship, they're healthy first. And if the relationship decides to what? To die, they embrace it. Without what? Going crazy and kill somebody.
Right.
Everybody know about murder suicides?
Yep. Just happened a couple days ago.
That's right.
What happened?
A man, a policeman, as a matter of fact, kidnapped a lady and his two children, and killed the 2 children and the lady and himself.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That was on the news for the couple of days.
Yes.
Hey, and
And they still don't know exactly
What
why
happened?
he did
He
it,
did it,
right?
yeah.
But I think you just hit it on the head.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Jesus.
Just by saying what you said.
Oh, because she was leaving.
Yeah.
So he killed the kids and her.
Yeah.
And killed himself.
Yep.
They was looking for them, but they found the dead bodies today.
That is sad, man. Y'all
Found them last night.
worshiping people, man.
Hey, I will tell you this: the bad thing about it, if it's a police officer's involved, the police officer knows where these places women have to go for a shelter. They know all the places. They can just call down there. Hey, you got a Williams down there? Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll be down there. You understand what I'm saying? That's the bad thing about it. So if what we're talking about, domestic violence night, it's always 2. It's one person who inflicts the pain, and it's one person who accepts it.
But with me, my mother told me one thing: don't give nobody my heart but God. People get in love, baby, give you a heart, body, and soul. I don't want none of that, because people would kill you.
You talking about marriage or just?
It's just a relationship.
Yeah, right.
They gave away their heart to that person. I gave you all this. You lost your mind. You trying to leave them kill your ass.
Y'all hear that?
You know?
That's right.
So I don't want nobody ever love me like that.
Yes.
I'd rather leave, because God gonna put somebody else in my life
Come
better
on.
than that. When He removes something from me, it's something better coming.
That's right.
That's the way I look
That's
at
what
it.
it
You
means.
gone, you gone. It hurts. I get over it and keep me moving.
Yes. Amen.
You
Good
know,
food, sis.
you know, always say this. Happiness comes from within.
Yes, sir.
If I allow you to make me happy, I'll allow you to make me sad too.
Ah.
So the happiness has to come from within. You make yourself happy first. And if anybody come along to enhance that, it's even better.
Awesome. What's your name?
Dexter.
Dexter. You in recovery too, Dexter?
Nope.
Never did no drugs?
I drank.
Okay.
Not the whole lot though.
Okay, all right. When the last
You's
time
an alcoholic, tell the truth.
Under circumstances.
You here.
He said with a certain man now. Knickerbocker never did nothing to me.
Hey, Dexter, when the last time you had a drink, Dexter?
Shit, that's been, man. I'm 65 years old. Be 67, man. That's been
He didn't ask that, Dexter.
It's been
over
years.
30 years.
Give it to him, y'all. Good food, Dexter. Anybody hear that in the back there? He said, listen, people can't make you happy. That's our job to make us happy.
They can only enhance it.
Very good. Now look, a person who's unhealthy don't accept when the relationship is over.
It ain't over.
They want to kill you.
This I turn the show.
Anybody hear that? Anybody been there before? Be honest. Anybody been there before?
I've been there before.
Anybody want to talk about that? You didn't accept the what? That it was over. And what happened?
No, I accepted it was over. She didn't accept it was over.
Okay.
Yeah, she told me if she couldn't if she couldn't have me, she was gonna make it so nobody else would have me.
That's too much.
How you get away?
Police.
That'll do it.
We got to fight and she tried to stab me, and I ended up stabbing her. And the police came out PG County and locked me up and took her to the hospital.
That's what they used to tell me. When it go, what they
But
say,
the only
when it
way
go
I
get
got
it.
out, she told them that
The
she
truth?
tried to attack me first. That it was self-defense. That's the only way I got out.
Okay.
And so that was over. No way in the world I could ever go back to her because I couldn't close my eyes around her. You know what I'm saying? So that ended that.
Okay.
But we was together for like 7 years when she tried to kill me.
That's one of the
You in recovery too?
Yeah,
How much time you have clean?
2.5.
Hey! Alright! Congratulations! Come on!
yeah.
Remember, she got to just defocus but I remember when I thought I had my first love as teenagers. You know, you got that one person you got a crush on, you think it's love. It's teenage love. And when it's over, it hurts so bad. But it also is short. My daughter's my first child's father. He was abusive, not to me, but to the woman he was cheating on me with right across the street from where I lived. He would go over there and whoop her ass for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then come back and be sweet to me. And I saw this and knew he was cheating, and when I confronted him with it, he just kept denying it. But how could I miss it? She right across the street. So that taught me early on. That's not love, and I would never, ever, ever be in an abusive relationship, because if you can spot abuse, you have to know the warning signs. If you see it, you smell it, you let it go. I learned early on, abuse is never worked in my life. And I'm 57 and it's been doing good so far.
Very good. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. Come on, the next one right here, y'all. A healthy relationship. They experience openness to what? Change. All right? I want my significant other to what? To change. For the what? For the better. Everybody hear that? All right? Okay.
Hey, anybody ever deal with somebody, they say, I'm not changing no matter what. You ever hear that before?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a weakness?
Yes.
Why you say that?
The reason why I say that is because it takes a strong person to change. And a weak person is not going to change. They're going to stay the same because they don't have the strength to do it.
Very good.
Guess what Muhammad Ali said? He said if somebody is the same mindset when they was 20 years old, by the time they 30 years old, then they wasted 10 years of their life. Because new things, experiences come, you should want to change. You understand what I'm saying? Improve yourself. This is what's going on. So if you talking to somebody and they say stuff like, those are key factors. I'm not going to change.
That was me using them drugs. That's one thing about change. Kept doing the same old thing. I was stuck 20, 30 years later. Still was in the same state of mind. I had to change you right. My thinking, my thoughts, my ways, my everything.
That's right.
I had to change that.
That's right.
But I was still stuck on the same old pattern that wasn't willing to change. Me.
Until we get enough pain.
Enough pain is the motivator to change.
I got a question.
Come on.
Is weakness the same thing as stubbornness?
Say that again, y'all. Say that again, sis.
Is weakness the same as stubbornness?
Everybody hear that? Is weakness the same as stubbornness?
No.
Actually, I would say yes. I would say yes. Give you an example. I'm boxing.
Oh, yeah?
I'm boxing, right? And this guy keep hitting me with an overhand right. Boom! Boom! I'm going to the corner. Say, listen, stay away from the overhand right. No! I know what I'm doing. I get knocked out. Right? Why do I get knocked out?
Stubborn.
Because I refuse to change.
And listen.
You understand what I'm saying? I refuse to see a weakness and adjust to it. And that's what life is about. That's actually what intelligence is. When you have to learn to adapt to life and change.
Yeah. I agree, sis. I think it is. It's a form of that. Remember Good Times? Remember, what's the girl named? Janet Jackson. Remember her mother was abusing her?
Penny.
Right. And the mother was so close-minded. And she thought she was doing a hell of a job as a parent, but she was abusive. And in her stubbornness not to get help, her weakness, her parenting was weakened by her abuse of being what? Stubborn. So for those who are close-minded, don't want to listen to what? Suggestions and other people's what? Experiences, strengths, and hope, they become weak.
Every master had a teacher. Bruce Lee had a teacher. Muhammad Ali had a teacher. So you know me,
Tyson.
I don't know nothing. I know everything. You're going to catch something you know everything.
Good question, sis. Good question.
That's very good question. Because actually, I run into this word we have here called pride. They call pride the primary reason I die early. Because I refuse to ask for help. The little boys ain't supposed to what?
Cry. Hey, the unhealthy person is bored because they won't change. They monotonous. They like this monotonous because they won't change. They're robotic because they don't want to change. And they miserable because they don't want to change. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Anybody go to a relationship and my hands used to shake coming home because I knew it was going to be hell on the other side of that door when I used to come home from work.
Frying pans or pots? You know women can throw stuff around corners too. Bust you right upside the head.
Hey, you want to go out. You want to go out. You want to go dancing. You want to go to a show. Listen, you want to go see something, you want to take a walk. They want to stay in the house.
And close the windows.
Problem. It could be a problem. Like, listen, you like kids, they hate kids.
Yeah.
You like animals, pets, and all that, they can't stand them.
Dogs always barking at them. Dogs always barking at them. Kids crying when they walk in the room.
Hey, you like to work, they lazy.
I'm gonna give you another check.
They find all reasons to what? Cut corners. They depend on the government. And then God gave them all the gifts and talents they need right in them to get up off their ass and make money. Conflict. For those who don't want to what? Change. You want to save, they like to spend. You know, everybody in a relationship like that? You trying to save, but they want to spend everything? That becomes a problem?
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, yeah.
What'd you say, sir?
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah. Hey, you can't have no friends but them.
Oh, but they can get friends. They can get friends, but you.
Everybody hear that?
That's too much.
Matter of fact, let me get that debit card real quick. Run that debit card. What's your PIN number again? Your social security number?
That's wild.
Negative.
Listen, you trying to get rest and trying to get sleep. Listen, they up all night. You know what I'm saying? You trying to stay drug free, they love getting high and drunk. Don't want to change. You want to be honest and go to church. They want to stay home and watch football. Or you want to go to the Mass G. But listen, they want to go out and go shoot dice and play bingo all day.
We ain't just talking about guys. Girls do the same thing too. They be up there rolling the dice.
But because I don't want to change and become a better man or a better woman, my life is boring. I become monotonous. I'm a robot. And what? I'm miserable. All because I'm stubborn, and my stubbornness has caused me to be what? Weak as an individual in a relationship with somebody who ain't happy with me. Anybody been there before?
Yep. But then you want somebody to come into a relationship with you with all that BS you got going on.
Yes.
They try to accept it, sit there and deal with it, but you don't want to change.
Yes.
If I'm talking, you tell you need to change to give you advice on how you can better our relationship. If I don't want to go do, if you just want to sit and don't do, that's not a relationship. That's just a shit.
That's right. That's right. And ladies, watch the individual. A man who don't really, if a man love you but don't like you, love your kids. That's real. That's real. Some women will what? Put what? A man before their children. And I don't care how old they are, but listen, even though they came from your loins, but guess what? Now that's what? They gotta move out eventually, right? But you real men will never make a woman choose. Real men will never do that. You know what I'm saying? A man will know his place. My lady got 4 kids, and I know my place. But listen, if you hurt her or affect her emotionally, I'm gonna speak up. Either you like it or don't. It's all about what? Balance. Because you old enough to what? Leave and get your own. And that's why they make shelters. Because if you don't have a place, damn it, you be in a goddamn shelter.